Telling is not selling encapsulates a core principle recognized in both modern sales practice and behavioral science. Effective persuasion and influence require more than simply presenting information. It's a reminder that buyers rarely make decisions based solely on rational data dumps or one-directional monologues. Instead, their choices emerge from a blend of emotional engagement, cognitive biases, trust signals, and active participation in the decision-making process. Here's why a more interactive, psychology-informed approach is essential. 1. People don't process information rationally and evenly. Behavioral science has shown that consumers use mental shortcuts, known as heuristics, to evaluate options. When a salesperson simply tells by listing features or spewing technical details, this heavy cognitive load can overwhelm the buyer. With no emotional hook, personal relevance, or narrative structure, the buyer's brain may struggle to filter and retain the information, leading to confusion and resistance instead of understanding. 2. Emotional engagement and storytelling foster recall. Modern sales techniques recognize that buyers connect more deeply with storytelling, analogies, and metaphors than with raw data. Stories engage both emotion and logic, making it easier for prospects to envision how a product or service will fit into their lives. Merely telling facts puts the buyer in a passive role. In contrast, using narrative, empathy, and dialogue turns them into active participants, increasing their involvement, trust, and long-term recall. 3. Two-way communication builds trust and credibility. Sales isn't a lecture, it's a conversation. Behavioral science emphasizes that people are more likely to trust and value information that they've helped shape. By asking questions, encouraging feedback, and actively listening to the buyer's concerns, the salesperson signals respect, validates the buyer's perspective, and reduces the psychological distance between them. This collaborative dynamic transforms the relationship from vendor-customer into trusted advisor-partner. 4. Personalization and relevance overcome cognitive barriers. A one-size-fits-all telling approach often fails because it doesn't align with the buyer's unique identity, goals, or challenges. Modern sales techniques stress personalization, reframing the product's benefits in terms of the specific problem the buyer is trying to solve. Behavioral science shows people are more persuaded when the offered solution resonates with their self-image, priorities, and previous experiences. This alignment is nearly impossible to achieve without a back-and-forth dialogue. 5. Active engagement leverages behavioral biases. Positively, interactive techniques such as guided discovery, demonstrations, or trial periods let buyers experience the product's value firsthand. Self-persuasion, when the prospect convinces themselves through their own experience, is far more potent than being told what to believe. This approach takes advantage of the IKEA effect, finding more value in something you've had a hand in shaping, and confirmation bias, seeking evidence that supports one's own decisions. By involving the customer in the process, you allow their biases to work in favor of the sale, not against it. 6. Creating a nudge toward action. By working collaboratively and engaging the client in the sales dialogue, you can deploy choice architecture principles, offering a clear default option, framing the product's benefits compellingly, or comparing it to a relevant reference point. Instead of a top-down telling, this nudging approach respects the customer's autonomy while subtly guiding them toward an informed and comfortable decision. In essence, telling is not selling underscores the idea that effective selling requires more than information transfer. It demands an understanding of human psychology, an empathetic communication style, and a dynamic interaction that actively involves the customer. By leveraging behavioral science and modern sales techniques, sales professionals can move beyond simply telling and instead create meaningful, trust-filled dialogues that truly drive